Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on? Autumn Shank, the Venom Rex, Draken Vulture, Jay Zoller, of course, Battle Rents. How's it going, everyone? Martin Thoring, Chairfighter. Good to see everyone. Strong Badinator. Happy Thursday. What's up, everyone? Dragon Mage 28, good to see ya. Rolsey, what's going on? Average, AK Average, Reaper Senpai, Xenararch, Skyris, Dragon Vulture again. Yes, you see it. We have new tokens. The long wait is over. We have new Scoops tokens, and they are super sweet. So, as you can see, if you haven't seen them yet on the site, we have Series 2 of the token. So we get the new Scoops Clue token. Pretty sweet. And then we have the Scoops Spirit token for your lingering souls. And then we have the Scoops Wolf token, 2/2 for Huntmaster of the Fells, for example. And then my favorite of the bunch, I love the Dragon Suit. I think this is my all-time favorite Scoops token so far, the Dragon token. And then, of course, if you want the signatures, I spent a bunch of hours signing tokens, so you can get the sign series if you're interested. So we get all that stuff, and new with Series 2, we also have playmats this time around. So if you want the token art nice and big and in playmat form, we got that too. So Megabyte 8 months in a row. Sherlock Scoops is pretty sweet. I agree. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. And yeah, the Dragon is my favorite. I really like the Dragon token. They're all really sweet though. I feel like they look pretty awesome. Yes, it does ship worldwide. I don't know the international shipping cost off the top of my head. I think it's not that much if you're just getting tokens, but if you get bigger things, I think it gets more expensive. But yep, does ship worldwide. So I'm excited. We got the new merch. Oh man, it took a long time. There was like a printing error, so we didn't get them as quickly as we thought we were going to, but they're here now, so Series 2 is available. So of course you can check those out on the merch page if you want to pick some up. Anyway, that's the big news of the day. That and random commander spoilers or not spoilers, leaks, which is kind of interesting as well. I don't know how these spoilers are coming out, but let me see if I can find them. It's almost like, yeah, they're very unofficial, but it's almost like someone got their hands on a box from the factory or something and have been opening them up. So there seems to be a 5-color dragon deck coming for Commander. Yes, Cat Dragons, Tag 'em, OG-type Master. This thing is super crazy. Ramos Dragon Engine. 6 mana. You get a 4/4 flyer. Whenever you cast a spell, you get counters on it equal to the number of colors in the spell. And then you remove 5 counters, and you get door to nothingness mana. 2 of each mana. So that seems pretty sweet. Also, this crazy 5-color legendary dragon that does things. You get to exile some things. So I don't know, it's looking sweet, and I'm starting to think now with these spoilers, I'm starting to think that maybe the reason there's only 4 decks is that they're all 5-color decks. That might be a stretch. Maybe that's not true, but that's my new prediction, is that there are 4 5-color decks. So maybe like dragons and slivers and angels or angel demon hybrid. I don't know. So yeah, of course unofficial. They could be fake, but they seem pretty legit. So it's like $10 to ship to Chile. That's 10 tokens. Ugh. Yeah, I just had to ship out the booster box from the last prize winner, and it was like a booster box worth of cards, and it was like $50 to ship to Sweden, is what I actually like literally paid at the post office. So international shipping is something. Yeah, being all 5-color. Oh, allies? What are other good 5-color tribes? I could see allies. I could see slivers. Ooh, a 0-color deck. That could be. Elves. Elves doesn't really scream 5-color, and we just had an Elves commander deck not that long ago, but it still could be a thing. Yeah, there are a lot of multiple type things, so you can definitely have hybrids. Sliver seems like a possibility. It's been a while since we had the premium deck sliver thing. What's up, everyone? All right, let's do the reminders. We can talk more about Commander as we go along. Of course, YouTube. Speaking of cat dragons, if you want to see some dragons, what's up, Dragon Commander 64? If you want to see some dragons or see some cats without dragons, make sure to check out the Against the Odds from last night, Cats in Modern. It was pretty sweet-ish. It's a tough tribe to be competitive with. I think the deck was sweet. Our record was, yeah, you know, it's Against the Odds. What do you expect? But so that was pretty sweet. Of course, the replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, this stream in the future. So check that out if you missed part of a stream or want to catch up on old ones. The merch page, we already talked about it. That's where you go to get the new sweet Series 2 tokens and playmats. And of course, we now have donations going, so if you're looking for another way to support me and support the stream, feel free to send a donation. I think if it's $2 or more, you get a message read on stream. So tonight, we're battling with Architect Aggro, and this deck, I don't know what to think about it. It comes from Zach Alsick, who has a pretty good track record of building sweet decks. So I'm excited to try it because he's been building with it and having some success with it. The basic idea of it is like, I don't even know. It's kind of like a mono blue affinity. Obviously, there's no affinity, but the basic idea is we can use Grand Architect and also Chief Engineer as kind of a backup Grand Architect, and even Ethereum Sculptor, which reduces the cost on our artifacts, to play some really powerful artifacts really quickly. So if we can get these down on like turn 3, turn 2, we can just flood the board really quickly. We can cast huge Walking Ballistas, Lodestone Golem to keep our opponent from casting their stuff very easily. And then for winning, we have Smuggler's Copter, Signal Pest can pump up our team, along with Master of Ethereum that pumps all of our artifacts, and Throne of the Pharaoh God, or the God Pharaoh, is kind of our win condition. So we can tap our entire team to Grand Architects, to Convoke with Chief Engineer. You can even do it to Smuggler's Copter. We just crew everyone, and tap our entire team to drain our opponent out with Throne of the Pharaoh God. So, I don't know. Ooh, 5-color Samurai would be super sweet. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. It looks really spicy. We also get Blink Moss for some creature lands. We have Caverns, which are mostly to force through whatever we need. But oddly, we are kind of Vidalcan tribal. So many of our creatures just happen to be Vidalcan. So we're kind of Vidalcan tribal in a weird way. And then a bunch of islands. In the sideboard, nothing super crazy. We have Scrap Trawlers and Trinket Mages for more grindy matchups. Unified Will, just a counter spell. As long as our opponent's not playing a ton of creatures, it's good. Thorn to help against combo decks. Needle and Revoker to fight against, whatever, Planeswalkers, Tron, things like that. Grafdigger's Cage for Graveyard, and then Basilisk Scholar can come in with our Trinket Mage and make our Walking Ballistas into pretty sweet threats. How about improvised cards in this deck? We could use improvised cards. I don't know what improvised card we would use, though, other than, like, maybe Reverse Engineer. The thing is, we're not, like, super artifact-y. We have artifacts, but we're more like play an Architect, use that mana to immediately play a Smuggler's Copter, get a bunch of value that way, than being able to go super wide with artifacts. So it's, like, more about being able to tap our creatures, I think, than anything. Were there subs that didn't pop up? They should be popping up. Oh, I don't know what's going on with the sub. Sometimes Streamlabs just gives us a hard time for no apparent reason. I could use elf tokens. If you would make goldfish ones, I would buy them. Well, I know we have 2 or 3 more series of tokens planned out for the future. So who subscribed? Riptide? Oh, now this one pops up. La Play-Doh, 2 months in a row, says, love you, Seth. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you, La Play-Doh, for your subscription. Riptide, did you just subscribe? If I missed you, Riptide, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscribers. Big scoops cheers for both of you, La Play-Doh as well. Sometimes it just... Oh, you were too soon. Okay, that makes sense. This deck is, yeah, if you want to see the list, it originally started in the MTG Salvation forums, in some deck creation forum. Then Zach Elsick got his hands on it. I think he 5-0'd with it, and then he's been working on it. And now this is, I played 1 game with it going into it. So let's try it out. So we're going to go to Modern. And plus I'm excited to play Modern. We haven't played Modern much. Rebuke is crazy in any deck that can keep 2 artifacts on the battlefield. Yeah, I could see Metallic Rebuke being a good sideboard option. Resubscribe from Ermeti84. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs tonight, but thank you for your subscription, resubscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. I'm missing cards. We got 60 in the main deck, 15 in the sideboard. I don't think we're missing anything. Doesn't look like it. All right, so Modern, we got to win some trophies, or treasure chests. I don't care about trophies, but I would like to win some treasure chests. Architect Aggro, all right, let's go. No, we're playing the Lord, Master of Ethereum, over... Oh, no, I have them. It just was showing that because I had the wrong versions. Moto's weird like that. Yes, I am missing the Blood Moons. That is true. Yes, I'm excited to be back to playing Modern. We went through a bit of a standard kick with the release of Amonkhet, but now we're back to a mix. Sir Hippo just wanted to say I won my first game day this week. Awesome, and welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Oh, there's your subscription popping up now. Sometimes there's a huge delay in that. Armeti84, 3 months in a row. Hopefully it goes better than Tuesday. Well, we're not off to a great start with this Zero Lander. Oh, goodness. All right. Streaming mode. I think we got to mulligan this. I guess this is fine. We get to scry for a land. We have 1-drop into Smuggler's Copter to hopefully improve our hand. Oh, merfolk. Well, we'll see. There's a land. So let's lead on Mausoleum Wanderer. Pass the turn. Oh, the old record is still up. Oops. We're not 1-4 yet. Hopefully that's not prophetic and predicting how this stream is gonna go. What deck did you give the guy that donated $100? Well, I have the decks for him, but I haven't actually given them to him yet because I haven't talked to him again. But I have for him 8 Whack Goblins, also Tutelage Turbo Fog, and Zombie Hunt, of course. I figured for a $100 donation, should probably make sure it's worth it. So three of my favorite decks, and I want to get like one control, one sort of aggro-y, and one combo. The record should be correct now, but it wasn't earlier. What do you think of the solution to Standard that Magic Mike's podcast discussed? Oh, just making cards legal? I think it's an interesting idea. Whether or not Wizards would do it, I'm not sure. Oh, we're just going to get crushed by Merfolk, aren't we? Are we dead next turn, by the looks? So we can Ensoul Artifact our Smuggler's Copter. Everything has Island Walk. Oh, man. This feels like a really bad matchup for us. We get to loot. I guess we discard Mausoleum Wander. Hit for 6. We're very possibly just dead right now. Play Signal Pest. Play Signal Pest. Pass the turn. Ugh. Am I one of those absolutely spitting on leaks? Opponent, Lord.hand. Can we just not beat this deck? This might just be like a completely unwinnable matchup. Because look at our board. Like, our turn 3 is pretty good. This is on the mulligan turn 3, and we're going to hit for 7, 8, 9, 12, and almost kill our opponent. But we are dead on board. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. I don't even know how we sideboard. I mean, I guess our best bet is to Basilisk Collar Walking Ballista. We don't have real removal. Unified Will can't really come in because they have lots of creatures as well. I guess we just maybe try to Trinket Mage Walking Ballista or with Basilisk Collar. Will I ever play Affinity on stream? It could happen, but it's not at the top of my list. I'm not a huge Affinity fan. Yeah, our opponent had us lethal in a whole bunch of ways. Was Kaladesh Block a mistake? No, I don't think Kaladesh Block was a mistake. Were there cards that were mistakes that are in Kaladesh Block? Yes. I would say that that's probably true. Side out the islands? I think that would make it hard for us to actually cast anything. I think we need the islands, like it or not. We have a new subscriber, Eddie Fried Rice. Scumbles for the 2nd month in a row. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. I'm not actually eating anything. I'm trying to turn off this pad. It was making noise and beeping, and it's driving me crazy. Alright. And it was sitting on top of a bag, so it was crinkly. With Devoted Druid Spikes, does that make it the most expensive common in Modern? Maybe? I would have to check that, but I think it might be. Richbox, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Says, love you, Seth. Won my first game day last week with Blue Earth Control. Awesome. Well, thank you for the sub. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. And Flavorous, welcome to the Fishbowl for you as well. Big scoops here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What are we taking out to bring in these cards? I guess we just gotta race our opponent. I guess a quick Lodestone Golem could maybe be good against them. 36. Oh, we're running up against the clock again. We do get to be on the play this game, which hopefully helps. Maybe go down then Soul Artifact, Ethereum Sculptor, and go 1 Trinket Mage. Try it like that. Great Germ, 8 months in a row. Thank you so much. Says, oh, are we subbing? Apparently we are. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. Golem is a creature. I did submit this deck. What are you doing, Wizards? Moto. I know I clicked it. Golem's probably okay-ish if we get it on, like, turn 3. Oh, alright. Well, we just need to find our Basilisk Scholar, and we can Ballista our way through our opponent's board. Yeah, this feels like a really bad matchup. Not that that means we can't win, but it doesn't feel like an ideal matchup for us. I took a break from Magic for like a year. The best deck I had was Black Green Aristocrats that LSV played. I've rebuilt it to be standard legal. Just wanted to say that Throne of the God Pharaoh and, ooh, Cryptolithrite. Yeah, that sounds like a really sweet standard deck. That sounds like it could be a fun budget Magic standard deck. In game 1, our opponent played Merfolk Lords for 3 turns in a row, and we died on turn 4. And they just island walked over us. Ooh. That's pretty sweet. So, Blink Moth, Chief Engineer, and do we want a Walking Ballista? Ooh. Did I hear a donation? I think I heard... Awesome dude! $2! Just wanted to say hi. Also not going to be able to stay long because I'm working, but good luck. Deck looks interesting. Well, thank you so much, awesome dude. Have a great night at work. Definitely appreciate it. What's up, Night Dodgers? Yeah, let's just play a Ballista on 1. It does kill some things. Also some sweet synergy with Master of Ethereum, because it actually stays alive. So if our opponent plays a random Lord of Atlantis, that's not what we were hoping for. Ooh, it's a Grand Architect. Well, play the Island. That's what we were hoping for. Play Grand Architect. Oh, this is so sweet. That's our card that we needed. This is what makes the deck really explode. Now we get to play Ballista X3. And remember, this is for casting artifacts or activating their abilities. So we can tap it to put counters on our Ballista too. So tap everything. 6 mana. Ballista X3. Now I can kind of see the appeal of this deck. Kill the Lord. Look at our board. This is turn 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. If Money 59, 6 months in a row, says finally back to Modern. Yes, we are finally back to Modern. Thank you for the resub. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. Am I interested in doing 1 vs 1 Commander stream? I think we'll probably do 1 vs 1 Commander at some point. I don't think that the caverns are all that necessary. I mean, I think having a couple is very low opportunity cost, so they're probably optimal, but they're not really important. I mean, if you run into a control matchup or something with a ton of counters, you're going to wish you had them, but it's not like you have to have Cavern to play the deck. Jay Jackson, 3 months in a row, currently unemployed and junior content are one of the biggest pastimes I have right now. Oh, well, good luck on the employment search, Jay Jackson, and thank you so much for your subscription. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. We don't really necessarily need training grounds, I don't think. So let's just Master of Ethereum. And I guess we just swing with the crew. Hit our opponent. We can turn an artifact blue to get an extra point of damage. Oh, man. Well, the deck looks much better here after the first game where our opponent just ran over us. Opponent down to 10. What about a combination of Heartless Summoning recently uploaded and earlier version with Mirror Retriever? Your Uncle Sam, $2, says, wait a second, we have donations now? We do, Your Uncle Sam. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. We just got them for the last stream, so brand new, basically. Heartless Summoning is actually our Much Brew deck for this weekend. The version from the Instant Deck Tech. But you probably could find a way to combine the two of them if you really wanted to. How do we kill our opponent here? I guess we just attack with everything. I think that probably gets it done. Swing with everything. See what our opponent does. Donate to Stu. Opponent goes Echoing Truth. Well, we will just counter that. Oh, did I miss a donation? From Luxac. Enjoy the stream. Seth was my first, and it will always be special. Oh, well. Well, thank you. Thank you. Love your videos. You play a lot of cards that are fun to watch. I'm also busy in the Marine Corps, so first time I actually got to see. Thanks for the entertainment. Well, Nicole Bolas, thank you for your service, most off, and thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, man, these donations. I'm starting to regret it already. I'm, like, priced into reading these things. I'm waiting. Oh, man. I imagine I'm going to find myself in another. Were you. Who was here for the infamous my dick's erect, look at me sub? Oh, my goodness. I got a feeling that that's what donations leads to, is stuff like that, and I don't have any control over it. Martin Thorning, 7 months in a row, says we need more awesome legacy action on the channel. Maybe less intuition for the jankiest of jank. Yeah, I think more slightly competitive legacy could be sweet. Nicole Bolas 14, thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Do I think burn will ever come back to standard? The biggest thing that we're lacking right now is actual burn spells. But yeah, I think there can be an aggressive red deck in standard. More legacy, please. Yeah, I'm down for. I like legacy. I would be interested if I could figure it out. I would love to have someone. I mean, I don't mind playing legacy, but I would love to have a legacy / vintage guy or girl to do videos. I think that would be super sweet. That's something that we don't have on the channel, and I would really like to have. Well, I'd rather have non-stupid donations, but all right, I think we're going down Lodestone on the draw. Zeno Arc, welcome to the Fishbowl, says, I always appreciate the content. Well, I always appreciate the subscriptions. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I don't think either Sean or Island Swamp are really interested in doing videos right now. Definitely sweet to have their articles, but I think we need someone else that was going to do videos, because I don't think they're especially interested in it. I guess we can bring in Soul back in. This is going to be rough on the draw. I don't think Trawler does anything. Alright, we'll bring another Trinket Mage. I think Ballista Basilisk Collar is our main. That's our main plan here. No Shackles in the 75. That could be sweet. Oh, well, are you willing to be paid in playmats, Stu? Or bulk? Yeah, we're not keeping the Zero Lander. Ooh, okay. It's our combo hand. We got Throne of the Pharaoh Gods. We got Chief Engineer. I think we keep Mausoleum Wanderer. Well, let's see how good this Throne of the Pharaoh Gods actually is. Opponent has Ether Vial. Oh man, I hope we beat this deck, because this seems like a hard matchup. So Island and Mausoleum Wanderer. Oh, this is going to be sweet. So next turn we can Chief Engineer and tap our creatures to pay for Throne. Opponent's passing. Yup. Oh man, they have a handful of action though. Play the Island. Play Chief Engineer. And then Throne of the Pharaoh Gods, tapping our stuff. Combo. It's a combo. They're tapped. We play the Throne. Gotcha. The Frozen Cell. 3 months in a row, right as we combo off. Welcome to the Fishbowl. No. Oh, you opponent. Opponent. That's not cool. Oh yeah, I guess we could have played Signal Pest there. Spell Pierce? Really? Opponent. That's not fair. Who plays Signal Pest? Or who plays Spell Pierce? Yes, we should have played Signal Pest. I guess it's technically free. I just wanted to play a Throne of the Pharaoh Gods, but our opponent's got to be a jerk about it. Trinket Mage would be a sweet draw. Oh, opponent, they're going for it. Silvergill Adept. Well, I think we're just going to wrath their board, hopefully. Grand Architect would be pretty sweet as well. Trinket Mage, Grand Architect would be sweet. Opponent gets in for 1. You can't make me read. Another Curse Catcher. Blinkmoth Nexus. We'll play Blinkmoth Nexus. Play Signal Pest. Play Ballista X2. I wish it was bigger. Dragon Commander, 2 months in a row. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. So now what? Was it not Dragon Commander? I missed a non-Dragon Commander sub. The Frozen Cell. I did for the Frozen Cell. I think we're good. I think. It might just be the delay on the stream. Well, we can kill one of them, I guess. And pass the turn. I don't really want to just give up our Ballista. The problem is with this Ether Vial, they can put a Lord into play and mess up our plans. And then everything gets awkward. Opponent goes attacking. Alright, we'll take it. No Lord. Vials in something. Alright, we'll let it go. Is this the post-combat Lord? Harbinger of Tides. On our Chief Engineer. Okay. Opponent passes. Well, there's Grand Architect. Play the island. 1, 2, 3. Play Grand Architect. Okay. I would love for Stu to make videos so I can jump in and critique him and tell him when he's punting. That would be sweet. I think Metallic Rebuke can be pretty good. You just need a pretty specific deck. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on either. I kind of want to attack here, though. And I don't really want to give up on our Walking Ballista. That's the other problem. But a Lord can get us so bad. There might be more value for Wanderer here. Let's just pass for now. I think we can kind of make our opponent make the first move since we have bigger creatures now. So all we really want to do is start putting counters on this Ballista and shooting our opponent's stuff down. If we untap at a fairly stable position, we should be in really great shape. Opponent passes. Ooh, okay. So now we tap our blue creatures, put a counter on Ballista, untap. Oh! Oh, it's a Trinket Mage! Oh my god. Okay. Yes. That's a draw. So we will play Trinket Mage. Oh, I think this is it. The Wrath of Walking Ballista. We will tutor up. Oh man, or we could just get another Ballista, but we're gonna get a Basilisk Collar. Then we will tap, play the collar, tap, equip the collar, and now we will start killing things. How about you, Harbinger of Tides? Turn Signal Pest blue. Oh, this is so sweet. Tap it. Could you imagine if we'd resolve this throne? How sweet this would be. Put a counter on Ballista. How does our opponent beat this? Okay. We'll pass the turn. I don't think our opponent can win from here. This deck looks so janky on paper, but it's actually doing really powerful things. Whoa! What? Okay, okay. Yup. Our opponent... I have never seen a Merfolk deck do that before. Our opponent just viled in Scott Bruinator. Another vial, sure. That is spicy. Our opponent is playing a super spicy build of Merfolk. I have a new video series, Viewer Submitted Magic. You ask for viewer submitted decks and take your 5 favorite decks and make a video article for them. Give them an explanation of the deck. Set up a poll. Most voted deck gets made into videos. I think that's a really cool idea. I would like to do a viewer submitted deck series. I think that would be fun. Ooh. Is it Lord time? I think all this fighting our opponent's doing goes for nothing, though. Because I think we just wrath their board here. So let's just start killing stuff. Tap Grand Architect, tap Trinket Mage, tap Mausoleum Wanderer, turn this blue, and tap it, play Chief Engineer, turn Ballista blue, tap it, tap Chief Engineer, put some counters on our Ballista. Oh, this is actually super sweet. Counter, counter, counter. Shoot down your Regery. Shoot down your Curse Catcher. It looks so janky, but it's working. Booster Tutor, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I can't believe our opponent's not scooping. Yeah, that seems very strong, the synergy with Grand Architect. Oh, just imagine if this throne... And our opponent scoops it up. Well, off to a good start, and that felt like a really bad matchup, so I'm pretty surprised we won that one. Elvish Spirit Guide, Hornet Sting. That would get us. Okay. Well, good start with Architect Aggro. That was impressive. I don't know if it came up. I was working on an As Foretold deck with mostly suspend cards. Wondering if you had any brews going for As Foretold. I haven't really done much with As Foretold yet, but I really want to because it seems like a super fun card. Harold the Radio, 6 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Uh-oh, there's a straw poll going? What's a straw poll? I'm voting for Stu to make videos where he sorts bulk cards. Oh, Stu, you shouldn't have put that option on there, Stu. 82% of people want to see you sorting bulk cards. The patch. Really love Commander Clash. Oh, thank you, and welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for the subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I have a really cool non-budget Commander deck. When will you be doing non-budget Commander Clash? Well, you can just send it anyway if you want to, but I hope that we will do a non-budget viewer submitted week at some point. Because I've always wanted to do that, and I don't think we've done it yet. Maybe we did it once a long time ago. Is that Booster Tutor from YouTube? Ooh. I also like the Craigslist buy series. I really enjoy it because that speaks to me personally. I've talked about this before, but that's really how I got into Magic hardcore, was buying and selling collections. Before I was doing content and writing for Goldfish and all that, that's what I did in Magic was buying collections off Craigslist, sorting them, selling them. I did that almost full time. Well, I was in college, but full time for college standards. The Dragon is my favorite Goldfish token. Did I get the Esper Draw to Win deck? I did. It looks really sweet. I haven't got a chance to respond yet, but I do have it, and I will be responding when I get a few minutes to respond to emails. Yeah, it's definitely the Dragon. The Dragon's super sweet. We need Jake back on Commander Clash. People aren't mean enough. Even when you and Tomer are mean to each other, it's always done nicely. Well, we're going to have a shakeup. Not a permanent shakeup, but we're going to have some people on vacation and doing different things next month. So don't be surprised if we have some sweet guest episodes. What is no one playing Modern Leagues tonight? What's going on here, Moto? Was I able to make a reasonable profit buying and selling collections? Yeah, I used to do pretty well with it. It was easier a few years ago. People have gotten much more. Oh my goodness, back at like 2009, oh, it was a ridiculous gold mine. Oh, it was so easy to make so much money. It was because you got to think that MTG Finance is relatively new. Like, it wasn't what it is now with websites and Quiet Speculation and MTG Goldfish and TCG Player. Back in even like 2009, there were people didn't pay attention to that. So it was so easy to just go and buy people's collections, and they would have so many valuable cards just mixed in with their bulk and stuff, and there wasn't much competition. Now, that's the hardest part now. People still sell good collections, but it's there's a lot more competition. Back when I first started doing it, I was like the only person in my area. There were times I definitely remember like having collections sit on Craigslist for a week or two before I would even respond because I was like lukewarm on them, and no one else would even go look at them. And now it's like you have to be doing it the same day it goes up almost, or someone else is going to be there. We're playing Mono Blue Architect, our Grand Architect Aggro. It's super sweet, but apparently no one is playing Modern on Moto right now. We're having a hard time getting to round 2. Hey, there we go. All right. We found a match. All right, we get to play first, which is good. And, ooh, okay. So, Ethereum Sculptor, Chief Engineer, Ballista. Yeah, this is fine. We get a bunch of Lords. If people have no idea what Magic cards are, what are the odds that they have a collection of Magic cards to sell? Ooh, a complete affinity deck. Wow. Yeah, I definitely remember. It's been a while since I bought any super sweet collections, but geez, there were some crazy collections back in the day. Have I tried building -1/-1 counters in Standard? Not yet. I'm not sure we have enough pieces yet. It seems like a deck that... It seems like a deck that needs Hour of Devastation. Oh, God. Well, at least this is the old version. Oh, man, we can't beat this deck. We just got to hope they don't have it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, post-board, we get... What is... This is very odd colors for Living End. Maybe this is the new build of Living End, but they don't usually play Shocklands. I don't know what's happening. Well, let's play... How do we get the most damage in? Play Ethereum Sculptor. Play Master of Ethereum. And Master. And pass the turn. I mean, we have a super fast clock. The question is, does our opponent just Living End and ruin all this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on exactly across the table. I ran this on stream the other night. So fun and ridiculous. Went blind, deaf, and dumb and went 3-2. Yeah, this deck seems super sweet. Oh boy. Cycling, cycling. Well, our opponent has to have it this turn or they're dead. And it looks like they do have it. Oh, they do have it. Hey, way to go. Oh, this is like super janky Living End. I don't think there's any way we win now. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's modern. Sometimes people just combo you off. So, against this deck, we certainly need all of our Unified Wills. Thorn, probably not. Grafdigger's Cage, 100%. Trinket Mage, probably. Living End is, yeah, I lose to Living End a lot, it seems like. I haven't seen people playing As Foretold in Living End yet, but... Yeah, I think we just got to put our opponent to the test there. Oh. Yeah, I guess that doesn't actually work. Oh, we're so screwed. There's no way we're going to win. Who built this sideboard? Where's Zach? I need to yell at Zach. How is he planning on beating Living End? Yeah, I don't know if making them pay an extra mana is enough. Maybe we got to bring in Thorn. Well, we usually stream at 6 on Thursdays. As far as notifications, I don't know. I guess just double check that you have them. Revoker doesn't do anything. How do you think this would match up against any of the Death Shadow decks? Probably pretty good. Yeah, we'll go down in Soul Artifact. I mean, I guess Thorn is somewhat helpful. We're playing against Living End. Hey, it's Alana! What are we cutting? We gotta cut stuff. Maybe Signal Pests? What's our worst card in this matchup? Because Mausoleum Wanderer is actually reasonable. I think we're just going to cut Signal Pest, I guess. Or a Throne? Well, we'll go down to Master. Yeah, let's try it like that. Yeah, Wanderers seem really good. Signal Pest does not. Alright, we get to play first. Come on. Oh, boy. Alright, well, we have a Mausoleum Wanderer, and we have Smuggler's Copter to hopefully find our stuff. So this could work. If we can get to slamming these Lodestone Golems, which would mean finding one of our blue Lord things, then we got a chance. We can just play the prison game, maybe. Opponent passes. Ooh, that's good. Well, play the island. Play Smuggler's Copter. Get in with Mausoleum Wanderer. Unified Will is a great, great, great draw. That's the turn. Oddly, Signal Pest does not crew our Smuggler's Copter, which is a little awkward. Watch our opponent go off right here. Go off on turn 2. Pili-Pala seems like a must since Architect, Ballista, Pili-Pala goes off. Yeah, Pili-Pala is just not good unless you're comboing, though. Have you actually looked at the art on Signal Pest? It'll blow your mind. Oh, I saw the post about this. Yeah, I always look at it wrong. The face is not... Well, there goes Smuggler's Copter. Steam Vents. Untapped. Opponent passes. Cavern of Souls on... I guess Golem? Get in with Mausoleum Wanderer. The Thrones can be pretty sweet. What do I think of the new Commander spoilers? I mean, it kind of is not good that we're getting them as leaks, but they look really sweet. The Dragon cards look awesome. So I'm definitely excited for the actual cards. I wish we weren't getting them as leaks, but... Well, this might be enough tempo with the Wanderer and the Unified Will. And we're going to start hitting for 2. That's something. Breeding Pool, untapped. Opponent passes. Oh, jeez. Well, let's hit our opponent. I think we're going to leave up the counter this turn. Micah Bird, 85. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I'm not sure on the best way to build Dust Shadow. I'm really not. Opponent cycles. I think I want to leave up a counter here. I'm not sure that taxing them is enough here. There's a Blink Moth Nexus, so play Blink Moth. Get in. Your 1-year-old saw scoops popped up and waved to it. Sweet. It is a friendly fish. So opponent's down to 7. Pass the turn. Opponent's down to 5. Well, our opponent's getting to the point where they got to do something, or they're just going to be dead. It's not necessarily enough. These decks usually have Simming and Spirit Guide, so it's definitely possible that the combination of Golem and Wanderer would not be enough. But Unified Will should be enough. With Wanderer especially. Ingature on our Signal Pest. That does slow us down a bit. Opponent passes. Oh boy. I think we're going to lose here. I have a spicy mono blue Brawl Storm Commander deck. Oh, that sounds sweet, the mom. I like it. We'll probably play 1v1 Commander at some point. Hey, thank you, Big Money Reese. I mean, we got to hold up the counter. Play Sculptor. Get in with Wanderer. We're getting to the point where we could lose to double Cascade spells. Opponent cracks down to 4. Gets an island. Cycles. Violent Outburst. Alright, well, we got a sack. Did it get countered? Alright. Well, we survived the first one. It's not impossible that we win next turn. Not likely, though. Well, let's see. Well, yeah, we got to counter the Living End, or we just lose. Cycles. Stomping Ground, tapped. Oh, this game's so close. 6-year-old can't handle the welcome to the fishbowl. Ah, another Grand Architect. Well, let's get in. Hit our opponent to 2. Violent Outburst. Living End. Unified Will. Put our opponent to 2. Well, do they have another one? We need... Oh, man. If we can draw a Walking Ballista... Well, we can hit for 4... Oh, my God. Apparently this deck's playing Gnaw to the Bone. Well, we don't win now. Really? Another flashback Gnaw to the Bone. And there's a Ballista. Yeah, I don't think there's any winning now. Go full out. Okay. So you mean like hit our opponent for 2? Down to 44? That'll show him. I mean, we'll play it out, but living end, they just win. Alright, let's see. I mean, it's possible they just have nothing. Seems very unlikely. That Gnaw to the Bone was pretty good. There's as foretold. Do they have living end in hand? Oh my goodness. I thought it was our opponent's turn still. I looked over at the chat and apparently it's not our turn. It was our turn. Nah, it doesn't matter. Moto. What's going on, Moto? 3 mana, yes. Cast our Grand Architect. Okay. Yes, we'll pass. There we go. As foretold, ticking up. Opponent plays a land. What do you got, opponent? Hopefully they just have a handful of lands. Moto passed through our turn, so we couldn't attack, unfortunately. Ingot Chewer. Yes. Kills a Lodestone. Well, play Throne. Fire up Blink Moth. Swing with everything. Turn it blue. Pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent played Gnaw to the Bone to gain a lot of life. What did they find? Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. Last card, Simian Spirit Guide. Are we somehow going to win this game? Well, I mean, maybe we somehow win this game. Play Chief Engineer. And play Walking Ballista. I guess we can just play it X2. So Walking Ballista. Tag with everything. We're believing. We need our opponent to whiff one more turn. Opponent blocks and blocks. Hit our opponent down to 10. Well, let's see. Do they draw it? Do they draw Living End or a Cascade spell? Cycles. And it's a land. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We got there. Even Wid's passing through one of our attack phases. Woo. That was pretty sweet. Jeez. Well, after our opponent gained 40 life. Yeah, we did talk a bit about the commander spoilers. Jeez, this deck is super sweet. I can't believe that's kind of working. Well, we didn't beat Living End yet. We won a match though. So is this sideboard playing right? Man, I wish we had Graveyard Hate. Well, I don't know about never scoop, but it's a good thing we didn't scoop in that one. Green, black. Ooh. It looks like a fun green-black deck. It's an interesting take on the counter archetype. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, Dragon Engine is probably the coolest card from the spoilers. Grafdigger's Cage doesn't work, unfortunately, because of the way Living End is worded. Alright, let's run it back. Yeah, I almost did the first game, then chat yelled at me. I tried to board it in. Tagum? Wait, what does Tagum do? Hey, what's up, woo woo woo? How goes it? No interaction. Not particularly fast. Signal Pest, Can't Crew Copter. I think we're going to mulligan. Alright. This, I think, is better. Slightly. Island. I think we'll keep. This could work. We got our Unified Will. You can post magic, safe magic links, yeah. Alright, this time we'll set our Cavern on Vidalkin. Pass the turn. This is the first version of Against the Odds Cartouche. Ooh. That looks pretty good. Those are two of the better cartouches. I think the red cartouche is pretty underrated. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tygum. That's right. I'm not completely up on all the leak names yet. Yeah, it does look pretty sweet. Rebound is a pretty powerful, fun mechanic. Well, Island and Chief Engineer. Hope that we don't get racked this turn. Set Cavern on Thrones. Unfortunately, you got to choose a creature type. And you can't choose just a card name. If our opponent living ends here, are we dead? Probably. The leaks are not confirmed legit. The leaks are just rumored to be Magic cards. The set's not even supposed to come out for oh man. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just die here on turn 3. Oh geez. Yeah, we're definitely dead if they have a way to cast a Living End. Well, not much we can do about that. Here is our death. Yup. Well, that's the Living End nut draw. Yeah. I mean, we couldn't have even left off Unified Will if we wanted to. And that does it. Well, we won a game against Living End. That's sweet. But, I mean, that's modern for you. Lots of decks have very powerful nut draws, and when they have their draw, they beat what everyone else is doing. I do wonder if playing no Graveyard Hate is correct in this deck. No, because we don't have any actual Graveyard Hate. We even have Trinket Mage that can tutor it up, but we just have all... Grafdigger's Cages, which, I mean, are helpful in some matchups, but not helpful in others. So, I don't know. I wonder about that. I mean, there are 2 Grafdigger's Cages, but it seems like running a Relic would be helpful against Living End. And Living End's kind of on the upswing with all the new Cyclers and Dredge. So, Alright. Well, 1-1 with Architect Aggro. The second match against Living End was pretty sweet. Yeah, Relic seems like a good option. Alright, quick 30-second commercial. Be back with round number 3. Alright, we're back. Waiting for round number 3. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the rest of the commander decks are. I really don't have any idea. Alright, we get to play first, which is good. Alright, this is pretty decent-ish. Dredge hasn't been good since Troll got the axe, but it needed to be banned. I think Dredge is still reasonable, right? I don't think it's as good, but I don't think Dredge is just, like, completely dead. Dredge is, right now, the 6th most played deck in Modern. So it's still definitely floating around. Alright, let's just Island and Signal Pest. Pest turn. I like the Kamigawa Spirit Dragon because now there are 5 color Spirit Commanders. Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to do like a Nephilim type thing. Alright, looks like we're up against Jund, most likely. Well, Chief Engineer and Sculptor. Pass the turn. We do get these really fast, almost like affinity type starts. When will we start seeing Commander content on YouTube or here or on the stream? Like the 1v1 Commander stuff? We definitely will start seeing it at some point, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure when. We don't really have anyone that is interested in doing 1v1 Commander content, which is part of the problem. Tomer isn't interested in it. Tom isn't interested in it. No one really likes the format, apparently. And I will probably play it now and then on the stream and maybe as a special series, but I don't think I'll do a regular, all-the-time series of it. So let's, I guess, just play Chief Engineer. Play Ethereum Sculptor. Swing with everything. Hit for 4. Pass the turn. What's up, that nerd? Inquisition of Kozalik. EDH Panda, are you a 1v1 Commander player? Yeah, well, send me an email and I'll see. I would like to have a series of it, but I'm not sure exactly what that'll look like. And I think we'll play it on stream now and then, but I don't expect it to be a all-the-time format on stream. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Well, get in with the crew. Hit our opponent to 5. Wow, are we just going to get the super fast affinity win? They need like a damnation or something. And our opponent scoops it up. Whew. That was pretty good. Oh, man. Opponent shows their hand of all lands. Why, opponent, would you keep this hand? What? You kept 6 lands, Inquisition? Well, I don't feel sorry for our opponent anymore. If you knowingly keep 6 lands, Inquisition, that's kind of on you. I'd prefer not to be any Commander content. So many resources for it already. Yeah, I think it would be like maybe a once-in-a-while Commander video series, the 1v1 Commander. And I think we will play it on stream occasionally, but I don't think it'll be something that we play all the time. So I think we want Trinket Mages and maybe Scrap Trawlers. I think these are our fight-through, grindy matchups. I'm not sure what we should sideboard out, though. Yeah, that did seem like something I would keep. Is there a valid or half-valid Mishra Artificer deck in Modern? We did it against the odds deck. As far as being valid or even half-valid, not sure about that. But there is technically the ability to play it. Could I make a 1v1 Commander deck that is every hate card for blue, an uncounterable creature ever printed, and have it be decent in the current meta? You would win some games. So basically, in the 1v1 Commander right now, it's blue is #1. That's for sure. So you would win a decent amount of games because of that. But mono green is also a thing. You would take out Copter. Well, I don't think we're going to play Frontier right now. That's not even especially a format at the moment. Maybe it's Lodestone Golem? Lodestone Golem doesn't seem that great. I don't know. Smuggler's Copter also lets us tap our stuff. I mean, are we just trying to be the aggro, or are we trying to fight through our opponent's stuff more? We do need to take stuff out. Now let's go down in Soul Artifact. A Lodestone, a Master. Yeah, take out one of everything. That'll be fine. Yeah, there's some upside of playing one Oboro. If your opponent has Choke or something, you still have a blue source. It is very much vintage or legacy like the 1v1 Commander. Ooh, okay. I like this. This could work. The 1v1 Commander bans were disappointing. What would you have liked to have seen happen with the 1v1 bans? I think the bans were fine. I don't know if they really went far enough, but I don't think the bans were bad. We did against the odds Battle of Wits in Legacy one time, but I would be down with trying it in Modern at some point. Yeah, Penny Dreadful was interesting. The format was better than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't expecting much, but it actually ended up being better than I thought. Well, we have a pretty resilient hand. We're a little light on mana, which could end up being problematic. Overgrown Tomb. Opponent's down to 13. They're just shocking themselves into oblivion. Oh, Blinkmoth Nexus. Play Copter, I think. Pass the turn. We really need to get in a loot with Copter to find some lands, most likely. Oh, God. That's another Goyf. Well, how do we beat double Goyf? Not a land. Well, play Master of Ethereum. We might just lose to these two Goyfs. I think banning Emrakul makes a lot of sense. Banning Brawl might make sense, except I think people can just play Jace and do a lot of the same stuff. Ugh. Yeah, this is looking a bit over. Well, we get in for 3. And pass the turn. We needed to hit a land there, I think. Azami is significantly less oppressive than Brawl. That's true. Brawl. Oh my god. Yeah, that's game. Oh boy. Yep. Well, that was as much of a non-game as the first one. That was brutal. Well, let's bring in the Basilisk Collar as well. Try it like that. Print 0 mana instant speed, boil, and choke. Jay Zoller. You don't want to make it so... You don't want to make it so blue is unplayable. And, I mean, blue is going to be good in those formats. Their card pool is like Vintage and Legacy, and blue is very good in those formats. Because blue gives you card selection, and it lets you answer stuff, which the other decks don't necessarily get. I would love to see Deadly Wanderings as one of the options of Against the Odds. I've been trying to make the deck work, but it hasn't worked yet. Deadly Wanderings. What does Deadly Wanderings? Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems like a sweet one. The only having one creature theme. Alright, we'll try this. This is a bit land heavy, but we do hopefully have a Trinket Mage to tutor up something of relevance. Banning Brawl fixes the immediate problem. No other commander is as high value. Yeah, that's true. I think Jace is close, though. I don't think Jace is that far behind Brawl. Opponent plays a tap land. Ooh, and a Grand Architect. Okay, well, get down our throne. Attack with Signal Pass just to get a throne trigger. Pass the turn. Homicidal Seclusion, yeah. What? There was like some creatures that cared about that too, as long as you have only one of them. What's our opponent have? Down to 16. Is it Goyf time? Inquisition. Okay. Gets their choice. What's scarier to our opponent here? I don't think this is a shadow deck. I mean, maybe they're playing shadows. But it feels like normal Jund. Old school Jund. I'll play the land. Play Grand Architect. Get in with Signal Pest. Tap Grand Architect. I don't really want to play Ballista X1. Next turn we can play it a lot bigger. So let's just pass. Drain our opponent. Down to 14. What do you want to bet they took Trinket Mage thinking you could get Relic? They probably did. That seems like a logical choice there. Have they made a separate ban list for multiplayer yet? No. That'll start with Hour of Devastation. So we got to wait a bit longer for that. Opponent probably should kill Grand Architect if they can. Let's see, so... Let's turn Signal Pest blue. And then tap it. Tap it. Tap it, tap it. Ballista X3. And pass the turn. Yeah, I think this is just normal old school Jund. Alright, kills our Architect. Yeah, I mean, Deadly Wanderings is definitely a build-around, but I'm not sure how powerful it is. I think there's some better older options that are very similar, but yeah, I think that's something you got to build around. Opponent has Fatal Push. Well, hit our opponent. Opponent has, what, 4 cards? Hit our opponent. Hit our opponent. Down to 10. Follow-up is Scavenging Ooze. That's pretty annoying. We get another Blink Moth. Well, let's play Trinket Mage. Tutor up. I guess just a... Maybe it's Signal Pest, actually. I think that makes the most sense. Let's get Signal Pest. Play Blink Moth. Play Signal Pest. And we should have lethal next turn if our opponent doesn't have some sort of sweeper. Thanks to double Blink Moth. Opponent's down to 9. You might be able to kill them by animating. Yeah, that's the plan for next turn, is just animate all the Blink Moths. Can you believe that Death Shadow used to be a card that would be featured on Against the Odds? Yeah. It's pretty crazy how far that card has come. It was for years, too. That had been in Modern for so long and just not played. Oh, opponent finds Damnation. Well, this is going to be super close now. Do we just hit our opponent for 4? That's got to be the right play. Activate. It means we don't get to play our Lodestone, but this seems pretty good. Hit our opponent for 2. Throne hits them for 2 more. Down to 4. Opponent plays a land. Opponent has Kitchen Finks. Back up to 6. We draw a pretty useless island. Well, fire up the Blink Moss. Attack with both. Opponent down to 2. Alright. We have 2 lethal threats for next turn. Either one of these with damage should be game. Opponent gets in with Finks. I think that Zach Elsick is popularized it. I think he got the initial idea from a MTG Salvation forum or something. Well, that's our opponent have Liliana. Okay. Well, I think... And we got the GGs. Sweet. Well, on to 2-1. Opponent takes down Liliana. Sacrifices the Finks. I mean, it seems like if they have removal, we're not just dead. Well, lads, fire up Blink Moth. We're just going to go for it. If they got removal, they got removal. Fire up Blink Moth. Attack with both. They need like a lightning bolt or something. At our opponent. Down to 2. Play Basilisk Collar. And Pestered. We beat Merfolk. We lost to Living End and just beat Old School Jund. So pretty good. Living End matchups seem rough. We lost game 1 instantly. Then game 2 we managed to fight through a really crazy game. They had Gnaw to the Bone to gain 46 life, but we managed to unified will just enough to eventually 46 them in like 2 turns once we got going. And then we got turn 3'd. We went land go, land chief engineer, opponent living end for 4 creatures, while we had unified will in hand, so. But so far so good. We'll take it. Living End seems like it can be a tough matchup, though. Because we don't have any actual graveyard hate. Was wondering if we should have a copy of Relic in the sideboard. Especially since it seems like Living End is getting more popular now that we have these new cyclers. But I've been pretty happy with it. I played a little sloppy the first games. I think I'm getting better with it, but gotta remember that everything's like free all the time, so I miss playing creatures occasionally. Hey, what's up, Dinotron? What's my favorite ice cream? Mine is mint chocolate chip. Ugh, I hate mint. Mint is my least favorite ice cream. Probably maybe chocolate chip cookie dough. That's pretty good. Or black raspberry. Oh, I think a person got banned, I think, Captain Jammin', because they were using some derogatory language. I think it was just a single person, though. Yeah, I'm definitely not a mint fan. All right, on to round 4 on our quest for the chest, and this looks awkward, but Cavern of Souls actually lets us cast everything. Nito Kirk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, chocolate chip cookie dough is pretty sweet. Ether Vial, so some sort of Death and Taxes type list. Well, that's Cavern on Fidelkin. We need 1 more blue source. If we get 1 more blue source for Grand Architect, this hand can go pretty insane pretty quickly. Another Vial. Opponent passes. There's an island. So play the island, play... So if we play Copter here, next turn we can Grand Architect into Ethereum Sculptor, activate Copter. I think that's what we want to do. Pass the turn. Oh yeah, Alana gets banned every stream, but Alana's not a person. She's some sort of bot. Oh, well, Architect into Ballista then. Yeah, you're right. Architect doesn't have blue mana. Tide Hollow Scholar. Opponent? Really? Gotta be like that. We can also Chief Engineer. I guess we can Chief Engineer into Sculptor. That works as well. And get in with Copter. The sand seems pretty loaded. Opponent takes Grand Architect. Probably the correct call. Well, they just have mono Tide Hollow Scholars. Opponent. Takes our Chief Engineer. Well, play the land. Play Ethereum Sculptor. Crew up our Copter. Get in. Do some looting. Signal Pest. Alright, we'll discard a Walking Ballista. Hit our opponent. Any idea why Vexing Devil hasn't taken off in Modern? It's a little Punisher-y. Pass the turn. Well, now we got double copters. I like the deck. Did you get the idea from someone? I sent you a deck list with random cards all about this type of thing. This list is from Zach Elsick, who has been playing it. I think he originally got it from MTG Salvation Forums, was the original idea. But that's where I got the list from. So I should not have discarded the Ballista. I mean, Ballista is obviously very good, but... let's tap properly. So, yeah, I mean, let's just Ballista attack. That's fine. So, Ballista, X2, Copter, Copter, well, what's our opponent have? Flicker Wisp? Wasteland Strangler. Okay. Did I watch Corbin play this style of deck? I did not. Did he do well? Well, we might as well get in because we got nothing else going on. We lose our Grand Architect, unfortunately. Opponent's at 13. Pass the turn. Vial. Did I see the new Commander spoilers for this year on MTG Lions video? Yeah, I saw them on Reddit. They look pretty interesting. Opponent gets in. Down to 9. Flicker Wisp going for Ballista. Well, I guess we kill Tide Hollow Scholar. Oh, no! Really? Oh, my God. Well, that's a pretty interesting draw for our opponent. And... I mean, this is game, I believe. Pass the turn. You got something else, too? Well, alright. Good draw. Good game. In Black-White Aristocrats Modern deck, would you play 4 Tide Hollow over 4 Duress in the sideboard? I mean, probably the ideal thing to do is play, like, Thoughtseize or Inquisition, but if you got the money. But you could consider Tide Hollow. I don't know if that would be... I would have to look at the deck and the curve of the deck to really say for sure. How do you feel about Kithkin Tribal in Modern? I've been playing it some, and it works pretty well. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a fun, like, budget tribe to play. I don't think has as much going for it as some of the other aggro decks. I'm not sure what the competitive advantage of Kithkin is. That's what always scares me away from playing Kithkin. That's what I try to look at with tribes. Like, what does this tribe do better than anything else? And I'm not sure what that is for Kithkin. Flickering Tide Hollow when opponent has 0 cards in hand does nothing, right? Generally, yes. I mean, yeah. If they have an instant or something, then they could cast it with the triggers on the stack. Like, you would put it back in their hand and then they could cast it. But, yeah, basically nothing in most situations. What do we want against this deck? Yeah, well, I mean, I guess cuteness probably counts. They probably are cuter than a lot of other tribes. It's definitely a lot different than Affinity in how it actually plays. Well, we'll bring in Revoker. We could bring in Needle, but I don't know if that's worth it. Could try Scrap Trawler to be a little grindier. Maybe Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage gets our Ballistas, which seems pretty good. Let's try it like that. It feels like Ballistas should be very good against a lot of what they're doing. Well, and Soul Artifact's a little awkward. But I guess we can make, like, Ethereum Sculptor a 5/5. Ghost Quarter for our opponent, and Ether Vial. Well, let's play Sculptor. Pass the turn. Opponent. Vial takes up. Another Ghost Quarter. Another Vial. Oh, man, they're going to start destroying our lands. Ooh. Well, Playground Architect. Tap it. Tap it. Play Lodestone. That doesn't really help a ton against opponent vialing stuff in, but it does slow them down from casting stuff. I just found a foil Justin Bieber card that I use as a 1/1 Scion. I didn't know there were Justin Bieber cards. Are we talking reserve list now? That's a very complex conversation. Hey, what's up, Zenrius? How goes it? Opponent Ghost Quarters themselves. Floats a mana. Gets a Plains. Vials in something. Oh my goodness. Opponent with the bad combos every which way. Well, let's just beat our opponent down. Let's play Smuggler's Copter. Oh, we can't. That's right. Lodestone Golem means we can't cast that. Get in with Lodestone. Pass the turn. Insult to Injury is actually a super good card. Yeah, Insult to Injury is pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm pretty good at pronouncing names wrong. Opponent finds a Tide Hollow Sculler. Takes in Soul Artifact. This probably means they have Wasteland Strangler. Because they always have Wasteland Strangler. Well, let's crew up our copter. Go attacking. Loot. Discard Island. Vials in. Eldrazi Displacer. Okay. blocks. Well, play Blink Moth, play Chief Engineer, pass the turn. I don't know if we can win from here or not. Would you consider revisiting your budget magic decks and doing a series where you upgrade them with $100 or $200 extra? I think that could be cool. It would just be a matter of figuring out where to actually fit that in the schedule. But I think it could be a fun idea to try. We usually do have upgrades in the article. Opponent finds a Thought-Knot Seer. Well, we're going to attack with our flyers. If they can put something in with Vile, then they win. Yep. Well, we'll hit them for 1. Pass the turn. Gee. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, this is absurd. Well, opponent gets in with everything, and this one is not looking very good. We draw a very useless land. Pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent, I can't believe this draw's worked out for them. But it's worked out amazingly well for them. Lord Aiken, 8 months in a row. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Well, play Smuggler's Copter. And I guess it's free. Oh well, whatever. Pass the turn. Yes. So I see the deck you're saying, the mom. I don't think so. I think I would play Duress over Tide Hollow Sculler in that deck. There's not really, well, I don't know. It's probably close. I think I would play Thoughtseize or Inquisition, number 1. I guess it would be more Thoughtseizes since we have Inquisitions. You can maybe play a split or something, but it's pretty close. So I guess we just block here and see what happens. Did our opponent draw something to blow us out, most likely? Is that what's happening here? I mean, they must have. They must have drawn something that's going to ruin our day, but block, block. We get to loot. Yes, our opponent drew a path. We loot. Mausoleum Wanderer. Play Mausoleum Wanderer. Play Mausoleum Wanderer. Pass the turn. Opponent. They drew something else? So our opponent just constantly top decking awesome things that wins them the game. They never draw lands. Alright, let's block. See what they drew to make this not work this time. And that's the game. Oh my goodness! Well, don't know what to say about that one. That was some interesting matches. Well, on to round 5, last round of our league. And this hand looks pretty bad. I don't think we can keep just... I don't think we can just keep all 4-drops and no ramp spells. And this hand, oh goodness. Well, I mean, if we find blue mana, it's good. That's a copter. So copter to the bottom. I don't know if it's... Pithing Needle's so hit or miss. There is a single Pithing Needle in the sideboard. Oh, God. Oh, no. The Curbinator. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah. Well, I feel our treasure chest chance is draining away. Because there is... I assume this is like a 90-10 matchup against us. I don't think there's any way this deck beats Boggles, but we'll see. I mean, against Boggles, you hope that they don't draw their stuff, so that's always a possibility. But, oh man, it seems super unlikely that there's any way we beat this deck. I mean, Aboro as a one-of is almost completely no downside. So whatever amount of upside there is, it's pretty much worth it because there's no downside to playing it. I mean, if you're going to play 4 of them, then yeah, there would be some problems. But as a one-of, it's just pretty much all upside. The downside of, like, Blood Moon is so slight. Yeah, I think that that's our best plan in this matchup is to bring in the Thorns, bring in the Lodestones, and hope that we can somehow keep them from casting stuff. There's a Spirit Dancer. Well, Island, play Chief Engineer. I mean, this hand is actually working out pretty well, too. So we can Sculptor off of our creatures, and then Copter off of our Sculptor. I mean, that's a pretty good turn, too. So maybe we can try to race. It seems so unlikely against this deck. Against a lot of decks, I feel like this hand would do it, but... I really enjoy your Hazoret deck. Do you think you can do a Brewer's Minute on how you do Commander decks? Ooh, I think that that could be a fun Brewer's Minute. So yeah, I think that's a great idea for the future. Well, we don't have Gush in Modern anyway, so... Opponent getting in, drawing a card. We take it. Yeah, the lifelink is the problem. One of the problems. We draw an island. Well, let's play Master. And crew up our Copter. And, I mean, we'll swing with everything. We get in a big hit. We get to loot. The Seance deck, would you play Sin Collector or Tide Hollow Sculler? Probably Sin Collector. Discard land. hit our opponent for a bunch. Well, if they don't have lifelink, there's a chance. That's the question. Do they have a way to give their stuff lifelink? Opponent blocks. They're all in on the Spirit Dancer. Copter 2. Pass the turn. Well, this is it. We have a turn 4 kill. Does our... Oh, they do. Oh, we can't buy a break. And a ranker. And we're literally dead. Oh, no, we're... Well, we are dead, but... Yeah, we don't have a way to interact with this. There's no card or combination of cards we can draw. Well, that was a pretty impressive showing for our deck. It doesn't beat a 14-14 lifelinking Spirit Dancer, but it was an impressive showing. No Vapor Snags, no removal, no interaction. We are 100%... Well, I mean, we get Ballistas, but we're not playing the removal game. We're playing the combo/kill our opponent game with this deck. And, oh, man. Well, we can bring in Thorns. We might have to bring in Unified Wills. I don't think they're great, but they're better than... other stuff, probably. Mausoleum Wanderer is a blue creature that we can tap to make mana. Also gives us some value countering stuff. I would be surprised if Commander was reprinted, but it's probably not impossible since it was in the last Masters set. I don't think that Collar is worth it. Usually Spirit Dancer is like the backup plan. It's pretty rare that Boggles goes all in on Spirit Dancer. So I don't think it's really worth it just for that. I mean, maybe we bring it in just for the life gain and like some slight chance that it matters. If we take Ballista out, how do we win the game? Just by... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not great when we're not killing creatures. I guess it's the best card in our deck, though. Do we really take out Ballista? Lotus Petal would be sweet. Alright, we'll try it. I don't know what we take out. And we gotta ship this one. Well, we can try this. I guess we can go all in on a Signal Pest if we find a land, make it a 5/5 and see what happens. Yeah, they usually have Trample anyway, so I don't imagine the Block and Sack plan is that likely to be good. Well, our opponent doesn't have creatures to kill, is the problem. We will keep the island. Well, we got a plan. We are going all in on this Signal Pest and seeing if there's some chance that that's fast enough. So, we need our opponent to not have lifelink, preferably not have creatures. Oh man, I hate Boggles. Boggles is so miserable. There's the Boggle, Glade Cover Scout. Well, play the land. Play in Soul Artifact. Attack for 5. Hope our opponent has nothing. Well, I mean, it's a fast start. We get in a big hit. That is good. Opponents at 12. If they don't have lifelink or something that gives reach, Boggle and Tron. I don't know about Boggle Tron. There's a Ranker. Well, it doesn't give reach or lifelink. Oh, do they have Path? Path is also bad. Alright. We take the big hit. Down to 17. Maybe you could do an article with some videos about going infinite with player run events. Oh no. Nature's Claim. Okay, we'll play a Chief Engineer. Wander is necessary and pretty good. Well, our plan did not work, and now, oh yeah. And that's what Boggles does. All right, down to 12. I mean, I'll play it out, but there's no real way of winning from here. So we get to play Ethereum Sculptor. I mean, we get to play our whole hand, which is pretty sweet. You can see the explosiveness of this deck. Unfortunately, no matter how it, like, look at what we just did on turn 4. That's pretty impressive. It does really impressive things. Those things don't match up with Boggles in any meaningful way. Oh, I don't know enough about player run events to do an article about it, so I'd have to talk to people or do research or something, because I've never I've never played a player run event. I don't know about going infinite in them, so I would have to do a lot of research to make that work. And, yep. All right. Okay. So we finished with a 2-3 record in our league, which isn't as good as we were hoping. However, I think that some of that could have been, I think we probably could have gotten another win if I was more proficient and practiced with the deck. So I think that maybe 3-2 would have been the maximum value here, because there's no way that we were going to win that Living End game 3, and there was no way we were going to beat Boggles. Jolt 102, welcome back to the Fishbowl. 7 months in a row. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. I don't think I even have a 1v1 deck build at the moment. I can look, but I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't even have a deck that I have all the cards for. So I don't think we can play 1v1 because of that. Which probably means we're just going to do Momir to wrap things up tonight. So basically, you go back to the deck. I think we could have went 3-2 with tighter play, but we weren't going to beat Living End and we weren't going to beat Boggles. So I don't think we would have gotten any further than that, because those are just not good matchups. Would you give me feedback if I DM you a deck? I would like to see you play it if you thought it was viable. Well, Meadow Monk, why don't you can email it to me if you want, saffronolive@mtgoldfish.com, and I will try to look at it and get back to you at some point. It might take a little while for me to respond, but go for it. Zyron999 says, thanks for the great content. Well, thank you for the subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I try to answer my mail, and I usually get to most of them eventually. I just get so many. Can you sign my modern deck? It's Blue-Red Isochron Scepter. I'll pay you. Well, I would be fine with signing it. You probably have to send me an email about that as well. But yes, I'm down with signing cards for people. What to play against push for sideboard in green? I mean, I don't know if you really have an answer. We just played Modern. We just played Architect Aggro. So I do try to respond to all my emails the best I can, but I get so many that I'm sure that some occasionally get lost in the scuffle. So yeah, let's do Momir. Where's the Momir list? Yes, it's Momir time. That's our traditional way of wrapping up after our league. I believe it is Wintermaster. I know Wintermaster's on the list, so let's Wintermaster it. All right, let's pull up our Momir lay. And fix the chat. There we go. All right, it's Momir time. We'll play first. And we'll keep. I see a new commander called Ramos. It's a dragon artifact that's 6 mana. Yeah, the new dragon artifact one seems really sweet, especially in like a multicolor deck. Opponent has an island. Well, let's make a 2-drop, see what we get. It's alright. Furtive Homunculus. 2/1 Skulk. The best of mechanics by far. So Momir is primarily a Magic Online format built around the Momir Vig avatar. So you start with 24 life. Your deck is all lands, and each turn you can pay X mana, discard a card, and you get a token that's a copy of a random creature of that converted mana cost. So we pay 3. Actually, we can't make it 3-drop, but we would pay 3, discard a card, and get a 3-drop. But we got to skip this drop or else we'll have problems. Yeah, the problem with all the commander cards is they're only legal in Legacy. That's what makes them so hard to impossible for against the odds. There's so many sweet ones that I would love to do against the odds for, but it's just so hard to do it for Legacy. Opponent has a Shadow Sliver. That's pretty much unblockable. Unless, if we get a Sliver, it'd be sweet. It does affect all slivers. Ooh, speaking of commander, when it enters the battlefield, target creature gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. That seems somewhat reasonable. It's probably going to get outclassed quickly, but can we still submit commander clash decks? If so, where? I think I sent you a Zada Hedron Grinder list. I don't know if you've seen it. I did see the Zada list. The easiest way to submit them is 2/3 flyer abilities that are sweet but not relevant for commander. You can tap to equip an equipment. Easiest way is just to put it in the comments of the article or on YouTube, but you can also email them to me. But I did see it. We're not doing a viewer submitted week right now, but you're still welcome to send it in because we will be doing another one before too long. Winding Worm, a 6/6 that's going to die next turn. Well, we get to gain some life. Go double striking in. Yeah, we did get Countryside Crusher last stream for the insta-lose. If you're going to play Legacy anytime soon, I'd love to see this deck featured. Went to the top 8 of a MKM 2017 in Milan. Super duper uber ramp with all the biggest, baddest Eldrazi's. Ooh, sweet. Oh, it's like a 12 post kind of deck. That looks pretty sweet. Ooh, Priest of the Bloodright is going to be an issue. The 5/5 demon is definitely a problem. So, Worm dies because we can't pay the Echo. Yeah, the Commander Clash decks are like a week behind. So we recorded, viewers submitted like last Wednesday, and it'll go up Friday or whatever. Woodcloaker, when it's turned face up, oh, that card's not very good. Well, I guess we attack? With Double Strike, we could trade with the Demon if our opponent blocks, and that'd be fine. They probably won't, though. I think that 12 Post sometimes does. I want to send you my Commander deck, but I said it was not budget. It feels like it'll never see the light of day. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some... We haven't done many non-budget viewer submitted weeks. So I'm hopeful that we will do them, so I would still encourage you to send it in. But it is true that non-budget weeks are less common. Yeah, I was talking to the chat and not expecting our opponent to double block there. That's a... Seems like an odd way of blocking when you could just block with the demon. So I don't know why... That just seems so strange to me. So I was just kind of F6 through everything. Well, we get an Angel of Glory's Rise, which shuts down the beats. We ended up 2-3. The deck seemed to struggle against combo-ish decks. We got crushed by Boggles and Living End. Ooh, Hornet Queen is very problematic. Yeah, but I mean, the double block, just all it does is give me the choice of what creature to kill. Alright, what's our 8-drop? Oh, the Hornet Queen gets wrecked by this Krovax. Sweet. Unrealistic Real, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. While our opponent's kind of destroying their own board, that Hornet Queen would have been so bad for us if they didn't have the Krovax out. Avatar of Hope. Well, sooner or later, someone's going to hit a crazy 8-drop. That's kind of how Momir goes. I did see the Saheeli, I don't even know, the Artifact Saheeli deck. Not 100% sure about Liquimetal Coating. I didn't look at it close enough to figure out why they were playing Liquimetal Coating. But I did see the list. It's a very, like, weird version of Saheeli. Ooh, alright. Baleful Force is not bad. That can get us up to Emrakul. Yeah, bouncing Krovax probably would have been a good idea there, because the Death Touch Flyers would be so hard to beat. Well, Tidal Kraken is going to be pretty annoying. That's a fast clock, and we're Baleful Forcing ourselves. Bona passes. We draw, lose a life. Well, let's stick with our 8-drops for now. We might be able to get up to Eldrazi in time. 1 damage to each creature without flying. Okay. Yeah, we'll pass the turn. Liquimetal Coating goes infinite with Saheeli. They weren't playing Altar of the Brood, were they? I mean, did they have a... Ooh, Grizzlebrand. Yikes. Did they have a payoff for doing that, though? I don't know. I guess I'll have to look at the list again. I guess that makes sense. That seems... I don't know if that's how competitive that is, but... I saw the Sun Titans in Saheeli, and I figured that that was their main plan, was to go on that combo. Well, let's see if we can get lucky and hit an Eldrazi at 10 and not something horrible. Well, alright. Big and menacing. That's the turn. We did get an Eldrazi. It's not necessarily a game-winning Eldrazi. There's 333 7-drops. I've still never got it. I managed to hit the more unlikely one and die to Countryside Crusher, which has to be one in over 1,000, I'm sure. Oh, man. So many things that deal damage like they weren't blocked. And, yep. And we're a little short on... Whoa. Are we just dying? Two, 8, 15, 17, if I counted properly. Oh, I didn't. Well, we weren't going to really win from that situation anyway. I guess if we blocked here, we'd still be dead. Yeah, we were dead no matter how we blocked. Yeah, the red creature wasn't enough there. We didn't have enough red mana to really wipe the board, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll play first. We'll keep it. Yeah, I don't even know if that was a punt because we're going to be dead anyway. Am I going to play 1v1 EDH? At some point we will. Probably, definitely not tonight, but I think it's possible that we do 1v1 EDH for a future stream. I don't actually have a 1v1 deck built at the moment, which would make it hard to play it tonight. Ether Theorist. Well, scrying is about the worst ability ever in Momir, since your deck is all lands. We finished our league in Modern. So now we're wrapping up with a bit of Momir on our way out the door tonight. Mud Brawler cohort. I can update the... Maybe, if it lets me. I can update the title. So people know that we're Momiring. Opponent gets a Lowland Basilisk. Sure. Basically Death Touch. Yeah, Phyrexian Revoker on 2 is pretty insane. Just ends the game. 4 mana, Trumpeting Armadon. Are there ever going to be updates for modern budget Magic lists? Yes. I think that I will do an article updating them, but there's not really much sense. Ooh. No, they become the Monarch? Oh, that's pretty good. Because, okay. Interesting. We can't actually get the Monarchy back right now. Well, let's just make a 5-drop. Getting a flyer so we could get the Monarchy would be helpful. Alright, that's a flyer. Return 2 lands to your hand to wheel. Not especially helpful here. Why did Artifact Aggro not have any Darksteel? Well, we only have 1 Ensoul artifact. Just a miserly Ensoul artifact, so... Oh, whoa. Oh, that's brutal. Wormfang Behemoth, have to exile your hand. Yeah, I think that for casual Modern, Rally Vampires is definitely fine. It's fairly competitive, so I think you could do that. Alright, opponent gets an extra card. Well, we get to claim the Monarchy here, thanks to our Soratami Seer. So let's make a 6. Ooh, Torrential Gearhulk. Looks sweet, but not very good in an all-land format. Steal the Monarchy. Draw a card. I'm the guy that played red-white when you drew 11 from pull from tomorrow. Thanks for the content. Oh, well, thanks for hanging out with the stream, Glimmer. Yeah, that was pretty fun to draw 11. Opponent gets Yodo, Bandit Warlord. Pretty sweet commander. If you want to be red equipment. 9 drops in Momir seem pretty bad. So many crap cards. Yeah. So 9 drops are pretty bad. People usually go to 8. And then occasionally go up to like 10 or 11 or 12 if you can draw more cards somehow. Like, we'll be able to go to higher drops potentially this game thanks to being Monarch. All right, no phage, no phage. I don't think ghosting is really a thing. Ooh, Omnath. Omnath seems good. Especially with the Monarchy, so we have extra land drops. So we're going to get a 5/5 every turn and then eventually kill our opponent. And our opponent's stuck making 6 drops because they had to exile their hand. Man, the 3-mana Omnath would be pretty sweet in this too if you had forests. Well, it goes attacking, goes attacking. Alright, we'll give our opponent their cards back, I think, over taking 5. I feel like we're in a pretty good position right now. Opponent does get the Monarchy back for the time being. Well, we play a land. Get a 5/5. Oh, this Omnath is going to be super good. And... oh, Borborgamos. Oh, man, we got the combo with Swordtami Seer? Oh, jeez. Good lord. That's actually super sweet. So we can pick up our lands to discard them to Borborgamos. And we have the Monarchy. I think we just win by discarding lands next turn. Opponent... Ebon Dragon. Discard a card. Alright, we're just going to... let's just throw all of our lands. Throw a land, throw a land. Throw a land. Opponent's to 11. Opponent gets in. Yeah, we'll just... actually, we'll block with an elemental. That's fine. Hit our opponent. Man, we're just bolting our opponent into oblivion. And then Borborgamos, and that does it. Oh, that's a new synergy that I haven't seen before. Helping a coworker test I played Blue Earth Control. It casts multiple glimmers, pulls, etc. in the same game. In fact, once I disallowed the Ulamog exile, then flashed in Torrential and disallowed the creature portion of Ulamog. It's pretty terrible, Jay Zoller. I was going to say, how can you not be loving that? I sent you a mono-white token list a week ago. I'll have to look back on it. Hobble Snumbers. Did I see the Dragon deck? Yeah, the Dragon deck spoilers look super sweet. I'm definitely excited for it. Oh, I think watching the video, Martin, I think that I'll be able to show you here in a minute, actually. Wait till I play a couple lands, and I'll show you what I think happened. On our 2-drop, I'll show you. Which, I don't know how I did this, because I never clicked this button, but I somehow did it without realizing it. Thrasios, not that great. So, what I did, I went to tap the Ancient Tomb, I right-clicked on it, and went to hit this to tap it, but instead, I right-clicked it, and I clicked all of these, so it tapped both of them, and normally you would just be able to click undo, but it immediately paid the life, and I just immediately died. So that's what happened. I didn't know at the time. I had to go back and watch it to tell. Yeah, I couldn't tell live, but after watching the video, I could see how I did it. Opponent, Dross Prowler. Fear could actually be pretty decent. Let's make a 3-drop. Drownews Pet, just a 2/2. I'll pass the turn. Yep, here comes the Fear, down to 22. Play a Swamp, and we'll discard a Forest. Voracious Hatchling, another 2/2. We were just the curse of the 2/2s. Did I see the mono blue mill budget and standard? Oh, I didn't notice that the deck was featured as top 5 budget decks. That's sweet. Yeah, ramp time. I guess that is kind of good. Especially once you get to like 8 and you can do it twice in a turn, since you know you're hitting a land. That'll get you to Emrakul pretty quick. Maybe Thrasios is actually insane in Momir. Warchild's War Riders. Alright, cumulative upkeep. Have an opponent get a 1/1 red survivor. Oh man, I really got to see what this token looks like. 1/1 red survivor creature token. Oh man, I hope that our opponent lets it go 1 upkeep, just so we can see what a survivor token looks like. Because I've never even heard of a survivor token. I didn't know that was a thing that there was in Magic. Well, let's make a 5. Fairies, ban, Centaurs. Man, we're getting some low power creatures. Hey, see you, Martin. Have a good night. Have I ever thought about playing Modern and Legacy, Standard and Modern? I have thought about doing like a format switching thing. I don't know if it'd be for against the odds or for something else, but I have considered that. Opponent keeps on ramping. Yeah, that island art's pretty sweet. Whoa! Alright. So that... Where did they get this art from? So where is this from, chat? Where did they get this art? Did they actually commission Richard Witters to draw this specifically to have a Varchild War Rider Survivor token in case someone got it in Momir? Because no one's going to play this card anywhere else. Although, 3/4 for 2, it's like the original Tarmogoyf. Opponent is probably going to Emrakul us or something here. Keeps ramping. Oh yeah, you're right. That is a burning house. Quite literally surviving. He had the choice between like getting his wife and kids out of there or grabbing his whatever that is, sword. And he picked the sword. That is the story of that artwork. What a jerk. Alright, we get to make a 6. Oh man, I knew it was coming up. Welcome back, Dixie. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for the resubscription. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. Scythe, yes, that's the word I was looking for. Yes, scythe, sword, weapon. I should have went with weapon. Yeah, but then we'd have to play a forest. Should do a video on No Ban List Modern. I know a lot of people have featured videos on it, and it's really fun to watch. I think that would be cool. I like no bandless modern, or the idea of it. I haven't really played it. Yeah, Wing Shepherd is good in Amonkhet. Not especially. I mean, I guess it's fine. It would be sweet in Momir if it was like 3 mana. But a 3/3 flyer for 6. I mean, I guess it's still a flyer, which is good, but hoping for a little more than that for 6 mana. And our opponent gets a much bigger flyer. So the Swamp and Mountain thing is, for one, you avoid negative abilities. There's some like Island Home abilities. Not very good. There's some like Island Home abilities and stuff where you can't get attacked unless you control an island. Also, Land Walk abilities. The other reason is because most of the best activated abilities that required color mana that like kill creatures and stuff are in black and red. I don't think Flash is in Modern, though, to go with Hulk. I'm pretty sure that Flash is like 6th edition or something. I think when I've seen no ban list tournaments, what I've normally seen do well is Skull Clamp decks. It almost like doesn't matter what you're playing as long as you're playing Skull Clamp. I mean, it does, but like Elves with Skull Clamp, Affinity with Skull Clamp, anything like that with Skull Clamp. Yeah, I could play the decks that have been banned. And there's an Emrakul. Well, we got to get Bounce Kraken, and even if we get Bounce Kraken, I don't think that does it. Because our opponent's got 15 mana. Well, I was very wrong about Thrasios. That card is absurd. It just literally beat us on its own. Scourge, not enough to survive the Emrakul. Yeah, Skull Clamp is just so insane. Oh, make a 15. Legend rule. Legend rule. 13? Oh. All the Emrakuls. Oh, I should have kept the Survivor. We should have just kept the Survivor and had that be the last card that we had around. Well, Bounce Kraken. Bounce Kraken one time. Skeletal Worm. Well, we'll let you kill us. Make a 7, opponent. Take the chance. Take the chance on getting the Phage. Yep. Here it comes. Oh, yep. Oh, so brutal. Yeah. Now if this was a competitive tournament, this would be when someone would be like, all right, I'm just going to close out of Magic Online. You got to sit there for 6 minutes or 10 minutes. Good game, Winter Master. Crushed in Momir to the extreme. Oh, man. I don't know if I've ever seen both Emrakuls in Momir before. Yeah, Thrasios was insane. It got to Emrakul so quickly. That was absurd. Very impressive. Is there anyone else on the Momir list that's here? We can do one more Momir. One more Momir, and then, because our league went pretty quick, so one more game of Momir, and then we'll call it a stream. Stop looking at my necklace. That's nothing. Midnight Gaming, loving the stream but not getting notifications. Midnight Gaming. Huh. Well, I guess make sure that you have it set for notifications. But I'm not sure. But thank you so much for your subscription. Definitely appreciate it. Anybody on the Momir list? Anyone? Scratch, Thebus, Drake, and Vulture. .jpg. Ninkin, Minicore, Faley's Joe, Living Stony, Fried Lambs, Damnation, Vincent, Idica, Nicole Bolas 1818, Sincoast. Anyone? Alright, Sincoast, send me a challenge. It looks like you're at the top of the list somehow. Mirkin, yeah, Jay Zoller should be able to add you. What's my all-time favorite deck I've played in any format? Probably still Freewind Red, I would think. Alright, well, Vincent's in, so we'll go with Vincent. Hey, what's up, Bazooka Boss? How goes it? Alright, on to Game 2, our second and last game of Momir. We ended up our league 2-3, got pretty much crushed by combo, and beat some fair decks. The deck was super explosive and really fun, so I like the deck. Supposedly sub last Tuesday, but mobile Twitch is seriously messed up and told me it announced my resub anniversary. Huh. I don't know, Midnight Gaming. That's very odd. Well, thank you. Please change the name to Perverted Prowess? I'm so confused. The name of what? We played Alicia Who Smiles at Death for Mucha Brew at one point. I don't know how against the odds Alicia actually is, but maybe it's enough against the odds. Oh no, opponent with the Mana Dork. Good way to start off. Oh. The change all in red to Perverted Prowess? Why Perverted Prowess? You don't even know what's in the deck. Alright. Ally time. Now we might as well attack. Opponent takes a hit. Hey, what's up, Lantic Z? How you doing tonight? Opponent gets to make a 4. Oh, the best abs in Magic. Enthralling Victor. Steals our Battle Slinger till end of turn. Not actually that good. Hey, see ya, Bennett. Have a good night. Be back on Tuesday, of course, with another one. Alright, let's make a 3-drop. Keep discarding these forests. Even Drake. Whenever a player casts a spell, you lose 1 life. Well, that's actually not bad. 3/3 for 3. And no spells are cast in Momir. No chess, Metallurgic Joe. We ended 2-3 in our league, unfortunately. The deck was a lot of fun, though. Vulturous Zombie for our opponent. Yeah, 3/3 flyer for 3. Opponent gets 3/3 flyer for 5. And gets in 4/3. Yeah, I've never gotten the Phage for some reason. I'm sure eventually it's got to happen. Oh no. Oh, this zombie's unbeatable. Indentured Oath. Oh, I didn't even think. It includes us discarding. So this is just going to grow every turn until we lose? Oh, man. I didn't realize how good Virtuous Zombie is. I don't even think it's a pun. We can't... Oh, should have attacked first? Okay. Yeah. Alright, that's fair. I was going to say we can't just not make creatures. But if we should have attacked first, that's a fair criticism. Herbis Protector. Ugh. Reminds me of Modern Masters 2017 Limited. Good thing to flicker. Yeah, I don't think we win by not playing cards. I think we gotta play cards and hope we luck into something that deals with the zombie. Prevent all damage. It would deal to red creatures. Why does this need a downside? Why? A 4/3 for 3 is so good it needs a downside? What were you thinking? What were you thinking, Wizards, back in Ravnica? Alright. Let's get a Baneslayer. Does that do it? Maybe. Yes, your zombie grows. We're down to 13 already. When it dies, 3 damage to each creature and player. Oh! That's almost an out. And to the max, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. 5 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder, does this Phoenix save us? The problem is it doesn't get the angel and the zombie. It can get one or the other. Thankfully, everything's tokens. So, can't be ingested. Yeah, this is actually a good hit. Whether or not it's enough, I'm not sure. We're definitely blocking if our opponent attacks with the zombie. That is very true. Creatures were bad when spells were good. It says negate is Momir legal? Definitely shouldn't be. That's really strange. The survivor token is Moto only? Oh, we're in such bad shape. Well, we need something really good at 6 mana. This just keeps getting worse and worse. Zombie growing. Spirit of the Hearth. Okay. Gold bordered for some reason. That's really weird that negate would be Momir legal. It must be a bug. I'll have to try it. Well, that's pretty good evidence, Mirkin. This is Momir, the most randomest format in Magic. Are we just dead? Even if we're not dead, we're mostly dead. Alright, well, we get another shot at it. Opponent making the 8. Bounce Kraken? That would be nice. Ooh, a whiff. Okay. Well, we're alive at the moment. The survivor token was what? Varchild's War Rider? Something like that? Some old Alliances card. Gurmag Angler. Okay, pass the turn. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wait. Block, block, block. I think this is actually very good for us. Huh? Wait. What's our opponent doing at instant speed? Okay. So I think we just got out of this. There's some difference with the lands. Whew. Alright, board clear at 3, and we still got a Grimag Angler. And we get to make the next drop? Are we really going to win this game? Whew, the comeback is in order. So, land walk abilities is one of the things to consider in as far as lands. Weissengod, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think the Phoenix would have died anyway, right? I think. Alright, maybe it was a punt. Opponent gets a Mind Leech Mass. This is alright. Doesn't block our Hydra. And we get to make another 8-drop. Feeling like we might be making the comeback. Guardian, whatever. Let's attack for 8. It's going to come down to who hits the next flyer, I think. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep. Opponent. Eldrazi Devastator. Well, that shuts down our offense for the time being. Well, more 8-drops. Come on, big flyer. It's just all big trampling ground creatures. Should have blocked the zombie with the 2 3/3s to make sure it would die. That might have worked. Yeah, I think that might have worked. Probably correct. Opponent gets Symbiotic Worm. This is the one I confused last time with Penumbra Worm, and someone yelled at me. All right, come on, big flyer. Ooh. Oh, yes. Not only a big flyer, but the nuts, and that's the game. Hoverguard Sweepers is so insane in Momir. Probably it's close to the best 8-drop you can hit. It's very close. Oh, I don't remember who did the Survivor token. Can you make the sub-emotes on the Discord server universal? I know Kibler has it enabled. I will look into that, Midnight Gaming. Yeah, Sweepers is definitely one of the... it's definitely one of the best 8-drops. It might be one of the best creatures, period. It's pretty close. Richard Whittle? That sounds close to right, at least. Colony Hydra is not on the list, although it was fine that game. Alright, land, goo. Yeah, it's just so hard to get removal in this format. And it comes on a big flying body. There's some other ones you don't see as much, but like Royal Elemental at 6 mana is absolutely insane. You just steal your opponent's creature every turn. It's basically unbeatable. Mission Angel, also very good. Hey, what's up, Cold Shoulder? 7 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Hoof is very good most of the time. While it's somewhat rare. Oh, so this has to attack every turn? Or it kills itself? Alright, it's a mad dog. I don't know how good this is. Probably not that good to skip turns for it. Well, Mad Dog doing what a Mad Dog does. Attacking so it doesn't die. Oh, this card. Back when 2/2s needed a downside. I think we just make it 3. If we skip a turn to level this up, I want to just skip and level it all the way up in one turn, hopefully. Oh man, this can't stop the Mad Dog. It's so hard to skip with skip your draws in Momir. I think if we draw a forest next turn, I might consider skipping and double leveling up. I don't want to go off curve 2 turns to start making 3/3s. If I can do it all in one shot, I think that it's good. Opponent gets Loxodon Hierarch. Ugh. Alright. The regeneration ability could be good there. The problem is the 3/3s get outclassed quickly as the game goes along. Like, they're better than some creatures now, but... yeah, we're just gonna make a 4. Still not gonna do the skipping. We could also get in a scenario where we start drawing extra cards or something. Man, we're on the green deck, mono green aggro. Actually, not very aggro. So the list today got me thinking about how this list would be sweet. Ooh, Well of Lost Dreams. Opponent makes a 5. It's a Gobbling Ooze. Sack a creature, gets bigger. Ooh. That's pretty spicy. Well of Lost Dreams, Aetherflux Reservoir. Lots of ramp, Paradox Engine. That looks really sweet. I like it. I hadn't even thought about Well of Lost Dreams with Aetherflux Reservoir, but that's a pretty sweet combo. Yeah, this is the Chaz Momir deck. Ah, the Mad Dogs! Finally! Get out of here. Still no green mana, so let's just make a 5. Sooner or later, we'll hit a good creature. I think. I hope. Shattered Angel. When a land enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. Pretty good. Not bad. Haha! Thank you, opponent. We will gain our 3 life. Thank you. Can we expect a deck with Ramos Dragon Engine when it comes out? Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. The problem with those cards is they're only legal in Legacy, which is actually a big hurdle for doing against the odds or budget Magic or anything with them. If they were legal in Modern, 100%, I couldn't wait. But since they're only legal in Legacy, it's actually a big challenge to make them work. What do you think of Tree of Perdition with -1/-1 counters? Ooh. It's a cool idea. Yeah, I think Door to Nothingness is the most obvious way, and Progenitus, I guess, to take advantage of it. We actually did that for Against the Odds, Nicole Bolas, 14. It was a while ago, but it was almost exactly that deck, I think. I can't remember the name of it. I think, what was the card? Eben Prater. First egg trample, begin your upkeep, put a -2/-2 counter on it. Sacrifice a creature, remove a counter if you select a creature with a throw. Put a... Everything about this card is wrong. First off, there's an Easter Bunny on it. Why is there an Easter Bunny on this card? Secondly, you're putting -2/-2 counters on it, and then when you sack a throw, you put a +1/+0 counter on it. What in the world are they thinking? Oh man, old Magic cards. They don't make them like they used to. That's for sure. Everything about that card is just so absurd on like every level. Why is there an Easter Bunny? What's happening in that art? Where's the Praetor? Is this thing the Praetor? The bunny in the hat? But why is... I don't know. I remember pulling even Praetor from Fallen Empires pack on Christmas and being very excited. I mean, I bet it was super good back in the day. Still that art. Oh, now I gotta... Randy Espelund. I gotta look that up. If I can find the original art for that, I might just pick it up, because that's so absurd. Jungle Weaver for our opponent. Oh, is it a pun? It's praying? Praetor? I don't know. Well, here comes our -2/-2 counter. We don't have any thralls to sack, unfortunately. Gonna be a problem. We'll discard a swamp. 7 mana. Ooh, Lord of the Void. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 7 cards of that player's library. You can put a creature from among them onto the battlefield. Well, it's a 7/7 flyer for 7, which is something. Oh, it's Endless Whispers. Yes, thank you, Ninja Dave. Yes, yes. If you want to see... Oh, Jay Zoller found it, too, as well. Thank you, thank you. That's the one. Endless Whispers was the one. Jeez, we've done so many against the odds. I just realized, as I was writing the one yesterday for Cats, we're almost to 100. We're going to hit 90, I think, next week. I think this was 89 for against the odds. And that's assuming I've actually counted correctly, which, you never know. You've seen me play Magic. The chance that I've miscounted somewhere over the last 89 episodes is fairly reasonable. But gonna have to do something for 100 episodes. They need to print more against the odds cards. Eventually we're gonna run through all the Symbiotic Worm. Alright, so pass the turn. I think we can sack this Symbiotic Worm to make a bunch of tokens and keep our Praetor alive. Oh, Pangalactic Worm is a good one. There's still a lot of good ones to go around, but they need to keep making more. Because we go through more than they print. Like, every set we might get, like, 4 to maybe, like, 6 in a really good set against the odds cards. But every set we need to make, like, I don't know, 12 episodes. So we slowly work our way through the old ones. Yeah, Pangalactic, right? Is that not how... That's how it was typed. Oh, Galactical? I like Pangalactic. Opponent gets a Lord of the Pit. Sacrifice battle. We've actually done Helix Pinnacle as well. Helix Pinnacle, I don't know if it's been in more than one, but it was definitely in the lock deck. That was our finisher of choice when we when we were making it so our opponent could cast spells with Knowledge Pool. Oh, that was a fun one. Oh, that was a really fun one. All right, let's sack Symbiotic Worm. Get a bunch of worms. Keeps our Praetor alive for another turn. I guess if we live long enough, our opponent's going to die to Baleful Force, although they'll probably Emrakul us before that. Oh, our opponent played a Forest. That's good. That's one of the reasons you don't play Forest. Now we get in 3 damage a turn, which is actually super helpful. Just revisit Battle of Wits every month. Yeah, that could be good. It was in the deck where you use Doubling Cube, Bright of Flame. Oh, that one was sweet as well. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Jeez. Maybe for 100 episodes, maybe for that when we get to 100, maybe I'm going to go back and try to rank all 100 against the odds decks. Would that be interesting or would that be stupid? Because now we're talking about all these cool old decks that I've even forgotten about them, and I've built them, and I'm the one that played them and did videos of them. But now I kind of want to go back and try to rank them all. Legacy Battle of Wits was fun. I might have to do that for 100 episodes, and maybe try to get a clip for each one or something. Do the one best clip from each episode and do the 100 episode countdown. Ooh, a poll is a good idea too. I like that as well. I don't know how to put 100 options on a poll, but there's got to be a way where we can make it so everyone can vote on which ones they like the best. What's up, Panda Poop? Oh, that's true. Helix Pinnacle does have 100 on it. I guess that's the other thing, is some of the early cards that we used, we could probably go back and reuse at some point. Because some of them, there's more than one way to build them. And they probably don't have to be off limits forever. Especially since, even just from like talking to some of the maybe newer people to the Goldfish universe in the stream and stuff, they don't, like, those episodes aren't known by everyone. So maybe it would be like a brand new thing for a lot of people if it was from 2 years ago and they had never seen it before. Especially if the deck was different and had some sort of, oh, it's a Platinum Empyrean. Well, now we just got to kill our opponent before they Emrakul us. Ooh, Johnny Mentor of Heroes is 100. What other hundreds are there? Burrowing of 100,000 arrows. We'll use that for the 100,000th episode. When I'm roughly 500 years old. Doing against the odds where some random cards from Magic's history are chosen. You build a deck using those cards. That could be fun. That's true. We're not gaining life anymore, but I think it's still worth it. 100-handed one. Ooh, very good. That's another 100. Opponents making the 10s, trying to find an Eldrazi. All right, we'll level up now. Oh, and it's a forest. We did it. All right, we'll level up. We did it. It took us 11 turns, but we're finally going to level up this Tusker. Tusk Caller. I hope they revisit level up cards again. I thought that the level up mechanic was super fun and limited, and it was never quite good enough for Constructed. But I think if they revisited it, they could find a way to make it work. And I think it's I really like the mechanic. And Limited was very fun with it, so. Against odds, 100-card deck, Homeland block Constructed, and it would have to be Legacy. That would be, oh man, talk about losing. I remember in the very early days of Against Odds, the original idea of the series, and I think it's morphed to be slightly less janky over time, but the idea was to play really, really janky decks and play them until they won. And thankfully, we usually got there, but some of the episodes, oh goodness. I remember one, I don't remember what the deck was, but we literally, oh man, we played it and played it and played it. And eventually, after, I don't know, so many games and matches, and we were just getting crushed. The deck was not good at all. We eventually ran into someone who was quite literally playing a limited deck in the modern queues, and it was our saving grace. That was the only way we were ever going to win. And it happened, and we won, and it was sweet. And maybe we just keep leveling up. What's better than one elephant? Not what's better than one elephant a turn? Two elephants a turn. Also, it actually kind of works because it gives us protection against an Emrakul to have some sacrifice fodder. At least that's my justification. Another classic art, illusionary wall. Whoever Mark Poole took the art description literally on this one. I kind of miss old Magic art. I miss the cheesy quirkiness of the old art. The new art's just so like, it's great, and they do some amazingly beautiful artwork now, but the old art is definitely worse, but I just like it better. It's so quirky and weird, and some of it's not even very good, but I just really like it. Psychogenic Probe, was that the one? That was probably the one. 100-card Infect, ew. We will try to gain life. Doesn't work. Yeah, even Praetor's a classic. Where else? See, this isn't that old. It's improving. The very early years are the best. Maybe I'll do a video series where I just talk about the old art and point out how quirky it is. Because I actually really enjoy it. I would watch a video series that was about illusionary wall. I don't know what I'd say about it. I'm not an art critic, but I think it would be fun to show off. Psychogenic Probe versus Zombie Hunt. That sounds possible. That could be what I was thinking of. Oh, I would love to collaborate with Magic Man Sam. Seriously, Magic Man Sam does the highest quality videos. Always impressed by the stuff he does. So good. Yeah, we could do an Against the Odds Commander for a special episode, now that we have Commander Leagues. We're just going to get brawled into oblivion, but... Ooh. Sack a creature... Oh. I don't think that worked the way our opponent was hoping. Sorry, Wall. Still need to do Against the Odds archetypes like Stasis... or mechanics like Exalted. Yeah, mechanics is a cool idea. All right, let's just keep doing this. Oh, this is my upkeep? All right. Go to our main phase. Level up. See, like, look at... I mean, it's an elephant. It looks good, but it's no illusionary wall. Lands in Standard. Do we win if we attack all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we do. Well, we're still going to make elephants. Skulk won the Against Odds mechanic poll. How do you even build a deck around Skulk? Skulk, you can't even build around it. You just gotta hope your opponent. Plays big stuff. There's no building around it. You can like play pump spells on your opponent's creatures so they can't block. That sounds like the. Oh man, that's so bad. That's Tainted Remedy style jank there. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure that was the all-time worst. Against the Odds deck. Tainted Remedy, I think that's the worst of the worst. Partly because of factors beyond our control, but... We were definitely pumping our opponent's creatures in Tainted Remedy. We were trying to give our opponent's creatures lifelink. Because that was the only way you could make it work in Standard. Oh, what's up, D-Many? Good game, Vincent. Good game. Good game. Well, it was a fun one. It was a fun one. So our league, 2 and 3, you know. The deck was super fun. I feel like we could have done better if we had played it more, or if I had played it more. Not your fault. But I think it was still solid. Combo matchups, a little risky. Maybe a bit more graveyard hate in the sideboard, but it was sweet. So, though, Chandra Planeswalker deck, I kind of don't count that one because I didn't actually build it. That was just a deck right from the box. Banding against odds, that could be fun. Well, I think that's gonna wrap us up for tonight. So, let's see. What do we got coming up? Commander Clash coming up tomorrow. We have Much Brew coming out on Sunday. Heartless Summoning in Modern. Super sweet. Oh my god. Budget Magic. Don't miss the Budget Magic. If you didn't see it on Twitter, we're playing a 2-tick deck. 2-tick deck. It's like, I don't know, $20-some in... $20-some in paper, 2 ticks on Magic Online. It is so cheap, and it's actually good. We just like, I mean, we broke it for $2. So don't miss Budget Magic next week. It's so sweet. You're gonna love it. You really are. And I don't say this every episode, only like every third episode. But regardless, 2 tickets. It's only 2 tickets. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited for that. I can't tell you what it is. That spoils the surprise. But I can tell you it's in standard and it's super cheap and it's actually feels like semi-legit. So anyway, everyone, I think that's gonna... Yes, I will send you a message, Nelrum, as soon as we go off air. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. So, MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube, if you want to go check out this stream, catch back up on the Momir or our Mono Blue Architect deck. Don't forget that. The YouTube channel, we had an Against the Odds last night. We were just talking about what's coming up in the future. Sub to that if you want to. The merch page has, one more reminder, new tokens, Clue Scoops, Spirit Scoops, Wolf Scoops, Dragon Scoops. Also, same art in playmat form, so if you want to support the stream or the channel or this site, head over to the merch page, get some tokens. Also, of course, I spent my week signing the new tokens, so you can get them signed as well if you're interested. So another great way to support this stream and channel and site. So anyway, I think that does it for tonight, everyone. So, thanks so much for hanging out. It was fun. We'll be back on Tuesday with another one. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon.